launch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And some space here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Throwing Jones. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Pierce now up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Jones looking to change the play. Jones now to throw on second down. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. First and 10, it's Pierce. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 49 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on set. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Daniel Jones scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Giants are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Play action. It's Fields. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Give left side for Pierce. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now Jones. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here we go, hey. Why shift to Cruz? Why shift to Cruz? Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers. Rita.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Bears nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line. Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 5.
Bunch right. Bunch right.
Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Fields on first down. And that's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again is Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Another carry for Pierce. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 76 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Half 18, half 18.
Now Jones going to change it up here.
Other side, other side.
Back to throw. Hyatt has got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, New York.
Give to Pierce. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Apple, apple, apple. Detroit, Detroit, Detroit. Triple right, Pacino. Triple right, Pacino. Apple, go.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Okay, here we go.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Adriana Lima, Adriana Lima. Great, 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 great. Timberland, 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 Timberland. Over here, homie.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on the punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Go.
To throw is Fields. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Again, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll snag about 5 yards down at the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hall. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now Jones on first down. And his pass incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw again. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I feel like my man momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown with last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Deonte Banks there on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here we go.
2nd and 5. Now Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And check down, complete to Hall. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now 2nd and 3.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken.
Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. There's the stiff arm. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Jones throwing on 1st down. And he coughed it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
122 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Gets around him. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears are back within a score. Santos with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Other side, other side. Click right, click right, click right. Hey, jump right, Pacino, jump right, Pacino.
Throwing, Jones. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completed to Hyatt. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Now a handoff for Pierce. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Pierce. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Dameon Pierce, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add 6 to their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here we go, son.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Deonte Banks with it.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now Jones. Hyatt there to grab him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Handoff left side, Pierce. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
In motion right, that's Hyatt. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. He's got room to roam. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
1st and goal, Giants.
Jones will sneak it. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game.
18, half 18.
Here's Pierce. Will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
It's a gain of 6, and it's
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there, and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
This is 2nd and 8. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Going for it with Pierce. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's good.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go. Angel.
Here's Fields. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hyatt goes in motion left. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Half jumbo.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tompkins and the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Five.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Jim.
The Giants season will continue at least another week as we say so long, everybody.